Hello and welcome to the Sentry Portal instructional video series. This video is for suppliers who have been engaged by a client to provide services or goods to an event. So you'll have been added to the client's portal and been invited to perform service at an event, and you will have received an email similar to that you're seeing on the screen. So by way of familiarity, I'll just go through what you're seeing here. You'll be a supplier added to whatever the event name here is. This example I've just called Test 5. Your company name here will have been added as a supplier of a particular criteria, and those dates that you've been engaged to perform the services will appear next, again for the event name described below. And it says you're required to undertake the following tasks. Now these are at the business level, these are not for individual staff members. They'll receive another notification once you've attended to the tasks below. So what you must do here is log in to the portal using the login details down below at the bottom of this email. And you're required to undertake the following 3 compulsory steps to complete your business and staff details. So your business details, once you log in, you'll be able to edit those business details and add addresses, contact details, etc., make the necessary changes. Then when you look down this email here, it'll tell you how to select that, attend to those details. And you can also upload the required documentation by using the individual links in this email or through logging in. And I'll show you that shortly, but this is via the email. So you'll see here, because of the services you've been asked to provide here, it will populate a list of required documentation here. Now, the names of the documents are down the left-hand side here. The middle field here where it says attachment will represent if you've ever uploaded these documents into the portal before, you may either have to update those or just acknowledge or don't even do anything about it if they're current and it's been approved over here. So if you want to review the document, you just select this link here and it will open up what you uploaded as the document. Here's just an example, so you won't see too much. And the validity dates will also be put in by yourself. So if you need to update, you just select this button here. You'll see the status has been rejected by your client company previously, but just by selecting the update, it takes you to a field where you can actually insert the dates. Just for information, anywhere there's an asterisk in this portal are compulsory fields, and you won't be permitted to submit anything unless those fields are populated. Now it's up to you to put those correct dates in. Here we're looking at professional indemnity insurance certificate of currency. You then get to choose a file from your file manager and just hit the submit button. That will then update to the register back in the portal your client is established, and they'll be able to approve, reject, etc. or update. So going back to the email, you see that applies to each of those 3 buttons here, 3 updates here. And then it tells you what to do for your staff details. Before you can assign a staff member to the event you've been assigned, you must create a register for all your staff. So it actually explains to you here what you need to do in the portal, and we'll demonstrate that shortly in another video. If you have the information on file, you might also need to contact details of those individuals as well. Except down here is linking your staff to an event. Before you can actually link them to an event, they've got to be in that silo of staff members, and I'll show you in the next video. And then you can change the roles of those individuals, click the envelope graphic on the right hand side of the screen, and then they'll receive an email, and I'll show you what that looks like shortly. And the portal login details here, your username and password detailed down here. So I'll just flick over and show you the individual, before we go to the portal, we'll show you the individual staff members' email that they receive if they've been assigned to an event. So here you'll see a staff member's email that they receive once they've been assigned to an event and notified via the envelope, which I'll show you shortly. But I thought I'd just come across the email to demonstrate to you what that email the individual staff member will receive. Again, appointed to whatever role for that event by yourselves. Need to complete the following 3 steps. One is complete the inductions, update any emergency contact information for pre-existing medical conditions. Again, a lot of privacy principles around this information, so it's been guarded closely. But again, it's up to you as an employer whether you insist on your staff uploading this information. And also the qualifications and competencies that individual is required to upload. Here, because of the role that they've been appointed, they've got to provide a security license and an RSA certificate. Again, similar to the documentation before, I'll show you that first. They get to click on this in an email. They can take a photo on their phone. They can take it on a desktop computer. And then they can just put those dates of to and from here. Again, the asterisks appear. Choose the file and submit. If they're using a phone for this information, they can actually take a photo from their phone and it will take them to their files to upload from there. Again, induction. This is just a demonstration only, you'll see here, but they get a link in an email. They get to click on that. They don't need to log into anything, create passwords, etc. It's an instructional video here that might tell them how to do induction, followed by a series of potential multiple choice questions. They don't get to proceed until those questions are answered correctly. Selecting the right answer, clicking the submit button. They'll be told whether it's correct or incorrect. And then on to the next section. So safe tools and equipment. Bit of information, followed by a multiple choice question, may or may not be present, and then click submit. Again, on to the next section. So also up the top of this field here, you'll see a progress bar. That gives the individual some degree of expectation about how far they've got to go in the process. They've just completed 2 of the 6 required fields of the induction. You'll see over here it's tied to their individual name. No questions here to be answered, so click on next, just takes them to the next field. Same again here, here. Again, these are just example questions that don't really relate to anything, and you'll see an email sent successfully to the individual. Scores 100%. Individual here, the bar at the top is 6 of 6, so they can then exit from this and be confident that the information has gone in. Now I'll just go over the email that they should receive once completed. Now this is the email the individual receives upon completion of the induction. It will be titled up here with your business name, induction completion certificate. By the way, these emblems here will reflect your client's company details. So this certifies that the individual has successfully completed the title of the induction here for this business here and the date here. Now these valid and retake after. These can be attributes assigned by your client on particular inductions if you're required to redo them at a particular point in time. It provides the individual with confirmation they have completed the induction that they're required to do. So that sort of explains to you the email notification, the links in the emails for both yourselves as the business or the supplier, and also the email that the staff member will receive once assigned to an event and notified of that event. Now we'll go over to the next video and explain to you what you see when you log into the portal as a supplier.